What's up, Trail Trash? Welcome or welcome back. On today's episode, you did read the title correctly. This will be the last light bulb video I ever do. I say that, I've learned not to say I will never do something because then I end up doing it. So I try not to say never, but I am gonna try not to ever do another light bulb video replacement or review on my channel. And the reason is the last week's video that I did for AUXITO on the tail light bulbs, that was the hardest video I think I have ever done on my channel. And it was just, I mean, it should have been so simple, but with the FJ tail lights, it's not that simple. And I actually dropped one of the tail lights or the bulbs in the tail light, and I was able to get it out with my little grabber. But during that, I was thinking, well, I'm gonna go ahead and replace the reverse lights too and get LEDs in those because they're not upgraded and they were terrible, and my reverse lights are horrible, so I wanted to upgrade those. So I ordered some LED. They're really nice from AUXITO. I'm affiliate of AUXITO, and those are really bright. But the problem I had was the holder that you slide the bulb in. They're loose on the Toyota, so I didn't tighten them up, and when I put it in, the bulb came out, went in the tail light, and on the reverse light, there's no way to actually get to it to get in there and grab it. So the way you have to I had to take the tail light off so I could shake it upside down and get my bulb out. And so to take your tail light off, I had to take everything out of the back of my FJ, which, if you remember, I had a drawer system, and now I don't have anything. This is just my tool roll, my jack, and a spare bag there. So I had to take my drawer system out, my refrigerator, everything, because I had to get these screws out to take this plastic trim off to access the there's three 10 millimeter bolts that hold the tail light in. And the only way to access it is by taking up this trim piece, pulling up your floor cover, and then taking out the screws, popping the trim off. So it didn't take long to get the drawer system out and everything. It only took me like less than an hour, and I had it down to this. So, but while I had it out, I figured I had a roll of sound deadening, and I had this whole piece off. So I went ahead and sound deadened this fender well and siding there. And while I had my floor down to bare, I went ahead and did all sound deadening on this whole piece. So now all of this and this has sound deadening, and my front doors, which I'm going to take the trim piece off the back two doors and the front doors. I did some on the front doors when I put the speakers in, but I'm going to take them off and finish completing that. And then my platform, I'm going to take it up and actually do all of that all the way underneath the seats, because I could tell a huge difference just getting this back end done. And I don't have this side done yet, which I have more sound deadening coming, and I'm going to do this side and then do the middle and under the seats next. It was a huge difference though, as far as having to listen to my exhaust. Yeah, it's a huge, really nice, like, it was a huge upgrade to the FJ, especially with mine being having long tube headers, no catalytic converters, and just full race exhaust. The FJ is loud, so it really quietened it down. I can actually hear my music a little better, so that's kind of makes me want to do the rest of it, which I'd bought the sound deadening maybe 2 years ago to do this, but I didn't want to take everything out of the back to do it because I just got it in and kind of dialing it in. But with the bulb falling in, like I had to get in there and get it. So now that it's all out, I also realize how heavy. I had to take out my water tank and everything, which is really easy. And I just, man, realized how heavy this drawer system is by ARB. Like, it's really nice, but it's like steel, all metal, and just like really, really heavy with nothing, just like plain and light, it's heavy. So I am putting this back in. I'm saving my drawer system for now because I was looking at Goose Gear and I really like their setup, but the pricing on it, I don't like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make me a base plate, and I've ordered all of my material. I'm gonna build an aluminum frame and then put panels on it. I got a fridge slide. I'm gonna put my fridge, keep it down low. And that's the other thing I didn't like. It would set up on the drawer system, so my fridge was really high. But I've got the slide is ordered. I'm gonna put the slide here and then build off of that. But my fridge will come out to here, and then it's got a cutting board under there, so I'll be able to utilize the space under the awning. And then I think for my drawers, I think I'm gonna do from the fridge over to here, and I'm gonna do probably 2 drawers and have them the same height, having my drawers leveled out to the same height as my refrigerator, which is 22 inches, I think. So right here, I'll be able to stack stuff on top, and I'll have my drawers here, and my water tank will sit in the same spot. The one thing I've got to figure out is my electrical. Now that I don't have the wings covering this, I'm gonna relocate and rerun all this wiring back either under the platform and put an access into it so I can access it. And that's probably where it's going because my amp's under there now. So I may redo that a little bit, but I do want my fuse and my protector and stuff to where I can get to it. So it's probably gonna be built in on this back side of the refrigerator. If not, I'm gonna have to take some of the space out of one of the drawers for my electrical, which I don't mind doing. And I've got this cover, so I can just relocate this, rerun it, and put my cover back on. I will utilize this for now, but I'm probably gonna redo these as well, and just put the blank cover back on there. So that's what I got going on. So you see what I have going on, and that's my reason for saying you will probably never see me do another LED bulb review or anything like that on this channel. I know I've had a few in the past, so probably not gonna see many more of those, guys, because it got me in a pickle just from dropping a bulb in my tail light. So, but I do want to show you a product that I bought during all of that. Also, I did replace the front drivers or the turn signals. Let me get my keys and I'll show you. All right, so I replaced the reverse lights with the AUXITO LED bulbs, and the only other bulbs that I haven't done are my front turn signals. That's the turn signal. I don't know if you can tell the difference. So the turn signal is different than the actual driving light. Yeah, that's the driving light. Man, they're bright. And that's the turn signal. So these are called switchback. Let me shut this off. These are the AUXITO switchbacks. And what that is it has the amber LEDs for the turn signal when it's in use, and then the white LEDs for your driving lights when you're just using your driving lights. So anyway, I replaced those. That's, like I said, with AUXITO. And the only other bulbs I have left are my map bulbs inside, and that's what I have here. And then my mirror lights. I'm gonna replace my mirror lights. I have some cheap LED bulbs in there, and I'm just waiting. I don't know exactly which ones I'm gonna go with. I may just replace them with some AUXITO bulbs. They're so bright that I think it'll be fun. But what I have today is diode dynamics, and this is the SMD12. Yeah, SMD12 LED boards. This is for the map lights. And I have these for my interior lights, and you can see how bright those are. If you have a FJ, you know yours is not that bright, but these are the ones that it's the diode dynamics, and it's the boards. It's the actual boards. It's not a bulb, but it comes with all the attachments you need to just plug that into the bulb fitting or the adapter, and then plug the adapter into the bulb location, and it works, no issues. So, and that's what I'm going to be changing, is this one here. You see that I've got some LEDs in there, but I want the amber ones, so when I'm around camp I can turn the interior lights off, and if I need light I can kick on one of the map lights without all the insects flying around me. So to remove this, you've got 4 push clips that just push in. I think that's how it's done. It's been a while since I've done this. I know you're supposed to just pull on it, but oh well. There we go. Yep. That is them. So this is what it looks like, and if I'm not wrong, that is the bulb and that is the other bulb, and I'll take those out and see. Don't know if I can do it with the, yep, I'm able to. So I do have LEDs in there. So I'm going to replace those with the other ones. I'm not sure how that's going to work. These are the bulbs I took out, and just so you know how they function, they go into these sockets, and then these sockets connect right there. When you put it in and turn it to lock it, that locks it in and makes the contact. So you see how small that hole is. So I have the adapter on, and this will actually go into the little socket, but you see how large the board is. It's not going to go through this hole. So you've got, let me see, 2, 4, you got 6 screws. I've already taken them out, but it's 6 silver screws that's in the gray portion. You've got some screws over here too, but you don't have to take those out. Once you get those screws, you got 4 clips. Just unhook from one side and pulled it up, and now I will show you there's where I'll lay, or I will actually tape this into the spot so that it's facing down, and I will feed that through there and make my connections. So I don't know if I'll be able to capture that. I'll set the camera up and try to. All right, so here it is, back in place, and that's what we got. I like it. It's not too bright, and I think at camp it's going to be really nice being able to get in here, find stuff without insects just flying all around you. So really like these. That is it for this video. Just showing you hopefully one of the last light installs on my FJ. Will be one of the last light videos on my channel. Although I do want to replace these lights in the mirrors. I haven't decided on what I'm going to put in there. I may just go with a AUXITO LED bulb. Like I said, those are really bright and it probably suffice for what I want. I don't know, I may do the KC. I think KC Cyclones fit in there. They have an adapter or something. So I may look at that option as well. But really happy with the diode dynamic. The boards, the LED boards, I got, like I said, the map lights I got in the amber. In the other 2 interior lights, those are also the board, the LED boards, and not the bulbs. Diode Dynamics to me has the best option on that, and their little adapters work perfect, so easy to do. The map lights were a little more intense than I had anticipated, just because getting the board inside where the bulb used to go, I had to take off some screws, but not that big of a deal. But if you have any questions or comments or anything, please drop them below. I would like to thank all of my subscribers. As of now, I'm over 1,000 subscribers and trying to reach that second 1,000. So thank you guys and gals. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really helps me out. If you got anything out of it, please like and share the video. And until next time, stay trashy.